Oh, no.
Getting a haircut during a pandemic is a risky experience.
I do not condone this.
Trust me, I know.
Wait, whoops.
So I can see why some people would rather take their chances going outside.
So why'd you decide to come through during the pandemic to get your hair cut?
I don't know. I guess it's habit. Man, I can't do it no more. If you're a white man with a scruffy beard and your hair's a little wild, you just have that rough man look. If you're a black man, you look broke.
Honestly, it was such an impulsive move. I know I probably shouldn't be here anyways.
Dave Diggs is a professional barber living in San Jose. He owns 3 different barbershops and employs about 25 people.
I never believed I could do so well as a barber.
Really?
You know, I was raised with the electricity cut off. I was raised with walking to the store to buy 2 or 3 packs of ramen noodles. So for me to be able to take care of my kids without those worries, I was living the American dream. And now I'm living the American nightmare.
That nightmare started on March 19th, when all barbershops and hair and nail salons were ordered to close statewide.
That directive goes into force and effect this evening.
Including all 3 of the barbershops that Diggs owns.
You don't see none of the politicians with their hair all messy.
So he started cutting hair out of his garage, and he says he's been adding extra precautions.
Every single client has got a new pair of gloves. Every single client's got a disposable cape. In between my clients, I'm spraying my chair down with Lysol.
What you're doing right now is technically illegal. You worry about that at all?
You know what? I've made concessions in my life where I had to decide, do I take this risk to put food on the table or do I not? Every month that my shops are closed, I go $12,000 to $14,000 in debt. I'm not proud of it, so it's not something I'm embracing or operating like it's legal, should I say. Some people's job requires them to stay groomed. I cut the hair of several police officers.
You cutting police officers' hair right now?
Right in my garage. Those police officers haven't been here to arrest me. They've been in here for a haircut, tell me to be safe, and tell me they'll see me next week.
Diggs hasn't faced any consequences for continuing to cut hair, but others haven't been so lucky. Business owners have been fined or even arrested for defying orders to close down. And across the country, haircuts have started to become a political issue. Meanwhile, states like Georgia have been open for weeks.
Well over 2,000 people have came through this barbershop in the last 18 days.
Damn.
You know, yeah,
That's a lot of people.
Each one of us cut about 80 to 100 a week, and there's 8 of us in here.
Yusef El Tawasi runs a barbershop just outside of Atlanta. When the state lifted the ban on barbershops, he posted a video letting his customers know that his shop was open and showing them the precautions they were taking. But not everyone was excited about that announcement.
As soon as the governor said, yo, we can open up, I was open that very same day. A lot of my peers that are considered top barbers in Atlanta were just like, no, we're not opening. I'm like, okay, well, I'll take the lead. I'll be in the forefront.
You know, I think a lot of people would say you're taking a risk. I mean, have you thought about how would that affect the community if somebody was exposed at your shop?
It would definitely be a tragedy, no doubt about that. Everybody that came in the shop would need to be contacted and alerted that, hey, there was a case that happened in the shop. You know, I have a child who's immune compromised. My son,
Really?
Ismail, he's 9 years old. So he has to take immunosuppressants every day for the rest of his life.
I mean, that's your son. Are you worried?
Of course, absolutely. So I keep it limited. I'll bring him to work with me. He'll sit in the back, he'll wear a mask, he'll work on his homework, and he's just fine.
Back in California, the governor just announced that barbershops in some parts of the state can reopen. But major population centers like LA and the Bay Area, where Diggs works, are still closed. Anyone continuing to cut there is doing it against state orders.
Why is it that you'd want to talk to me about this?
Because there are thousands and thousands of people that are forced to make the same decision I'm making. I'm not trying to be a bad role model, but other people have the same problems I have. You know, why is that barber cutting hair? He's putting my life in jeopardy. I bless your life, but now it's about protecting my lives. I gotta feed my kids, man. I gotta feed them.
Is anybody cutting at the shop right now?
All of my barbers already had their own key. So I didn't encourage barbers to cut hair. I didn't necessarily discourage them to cut hair. I told them to do what they felt they needed to do. So I guess you could say I kind of turned a blind eye, per se.
From the outside, it looks like Dig's shop is closed. But on the inside, they're getting back to business.
Well, I wasn't gonna come your cut, but I already did last week, so. Okay, what do you got? That's what you want to do? Oh, okay.
There would be people who would look at you and say, look, man, you cutting. This is not essential. Why are you doing this?
They say we aren't essential, but if you think about it, every major press conference that's had to do with this, whether it was the governor or the president or whoever, they've all been freshly groomed every single time. So how can you say we aren't essential first? But
Wait, you think they getting cuts?
for sure, Gavin Newsom is fresh every time he's on TV. Trump's freshly shaved. He's got his stuff laid over, man, every single time. The little doctor, everybody. I know you've seen it.
Dave could have said, nah, y'all can't be in the shop, period.
Yeah, he could have. Dave's a great person. It's a risk for him, too, of course, because it's his business. Just told everybody, you guys don't owe me nothing.
Wow.
So that's just another blessing, you know?
That is big, yeah, because he's still paying rent.
Yeah, he's still paying. He's allowing us to come here and cut, and he's taking care of us. You know, he's really looking out.